Good afternoon all. Today we will discuss regarding Bresenham's line drawing algorithm. Bresenham's line drawing algorithm. Yesterday we had studied regarding the DDA algorithm, digital display or digital differential analyzer algorithm. So here we had different cases. Okay, so it was for slope less than 1, for slope greater than 1, for slope equal to 1. What are the x coordinates, y coordinates we had discussed. Okay, I will just repeat it. So the further derivations are based on these concepts, are based on these slope. When slope is less than 1, what will be its next x coordinate and y coordinate? When slope is greater than 1, what will be its next x and y coordinate? And when slope is equal to 1, what will be its next x and y coordinates? So here if I consider general points xk, yk, the next point I will write it as xk plus 1, yk plus 1. Okay, so this is the initial point and this is the next point. If I consider this, so then I had found out the value of slope. Slope is change in y coordinate upon change in x coordinate. So I had written it as yk plus 1 minus yk upon xk plus 1 minus xk. This was the value of slope, and we have seen that when slope is less than 1, x will move in unit intervals. X will move in unit intervals. Next x coordinate will move in unit intervals. That is, next x coordinate was xk plus 1 is equal to xk plus 1. This was the next x coordinate. Okay, so after substituting the value of xk plus 1 here, I will be able to get the value of next y coordinate, that is yk plus 1. Yesterday these formulas have been derived and we have seen how these formulas have come. So here substituting the value of xk plus 1 as xk plus 1, therefore m is equal to yk plus 1 as it is minus yk upon xk plus 1. Okay, so this xk plus 1 I am going to substitute it as xk plus 1, that is xk plus 1, this minus xk as it is, minus xk as it is. So simplifying this, plus xk and minus xk will get cancelled. Okay, so I want the next y coordinate. Next y coordinate is yk plus 1. This yk plus 1, okay, it is written as, after sending this yk on the other side, it becomes plus yk plus this m as it is. M is nothing but the slope. So these were the two formulas for m is less than 1. So same way we had derived for slope greater than 1. In case of slope greater than 1, y axis was moving with unit intervals. Y was moving with unit intervals. Therefore, the value of next y coordinate yk plus 1 was previous y coordinate plus 1. Previous y coordinate plus 1. Okay, so in the same formula of m, if you substitute the value of yk plus 1 as yk plus 1 and simplify, we are going to get the new x coordinate. X coordinate should be found out here. Only y coordinate will move in unit intervals. X coordinate should be determined. Therefore, substituting it, m is equal to, here it is yk plus 1. Yk plus 1, I will substitute it as yk plus 1. Okay, the value is known here. minus yk as it is upon this one as it is xk plus 1. I want to find it, xk plus 1 minus xk as it is. Therefore, this yk and this yk can be cancelled. Okay, so I want to get the value of xk plus 1, that is, I will inverse this. 1 by m is equal to xk plus 1 minus xk. Okay, so I have taken the reciprocal of this and I have taken the reciprocal of this. Numerator is 1, therefore here the denominator will be 1. So the next x coordinate will be xk plus 1. It will be xk plus 1 by m as it is. So this is the formula when slope is greater than 1. Okay. Similarly, when slope is equal to 1, both x and y coordinates will move with unit intervals. That means slope or the angle of the line is 45 degrees. Okay, so the coordinate points will be 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5 like that. So the line moves with 45 degrees. So here next x coordinate will be xk plus 1. Next y coordinate will be yk plus 1. So these formulas already we have derived it in the previous class. Now we are making use of these formulas for the next algorithm. That is Bresenham's line drawing algorithm. Okay. So this Bresenham's line drawing algorithm can be derived for the slope less than 1, or it can be derived for the slope greater than 1. It can be derived for slope less than 1, or it can be derived for slope greater than 1. What we will do here is, we will take it for slope less than 1. We will derive it for slope less than 1. Okay, why we are going for Bresenham's line drawing algorithm is, yesterday we had discussed about the DDA algorithm, digital display algorithm. So the nature of straight line what I had got was from here to here, and then it was from here to here, and then from here to here. It is not forming a straight line. Okay, it is not forming a straight line because we were using the rounding off functions. Okay, so after rounding it off, actually the line was supposed to be here. After rounding it off, it went here. That is the reason why there is some error in digital differential analyzer. So we will try to eliminate that error. That can be done by using this Bresenham's line drawing algorithm. Okay, so here in Bresenham's line drawing algorithm, we are not making use of rounding functions, but we are making use of whole numbers. Okay, so as I discussed, slope m is less than 1, slope m is greater than n, and slope is equal to 1. So here I am discussing about the slope less than 1. So these formulas I will be making use. Slope is less than 1. That is, we have to remember, if the slope is less than 1, x coordinate will move in unit intervals. If the slope is greater than 1, y coordinate will move in unit intervals. And if the slope is equal to 1, both x and y coordinate will move in unit intervals. So how this differs, or how this Bresenham's line drawing algorithm is used to overcome the error that what we had found out in digital display algorithm. Okay, so rounding of function will be eliminated here. So I am considering it for slope less than 1. I am considering it for slope less than 1, and I am deriving it. So this is for a straight line, and all of us know the equation of straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. It is the equation of straight line. Okay, so if I generalize and if I take it for xk, yk, if I take it for xk, yk, okay, I will write it here as xk. I will write it here as xk. So then, so this is previous coordinate point. Xk is the previous coordinate point. If I want to obtain the next x coordinate, that means next x coordinate will be xk plus 1. Xk plus 1. Okay. So consider 2 points, that is previous point is xk, yk, and the next point, if I consider it as xk plus 1, yk plus 1. Okay, if I consider the next point as xk plus 1, yk plus 1, then this next x coordinate, if I want to write, y should be equal to m into next x coordinate. It is xk plus 1. Okay, so it is xk plus 1 plus c as it is, plus c as it is. Now here I am deriving it for slope less than 1. For slope less than 1, next x coordinate will move in unit intervals. So I can substitute the value of xk plus 1 as xk plus 1. Therefore, substituting for xk plus 1 as xk plus 1, m as it is xk plus 1, it is incremented by unity, plus c. So this is the equation of y. This is the equation of y. Right? Now, here we are not using the rounding of functions. We are not using the equation of rounding of functions, but we are making use of something called as decision parameter. That is the change here. So, if you see the figure, this is, I will draw a line here. I will take a point. Let me take this as y. This point is xk, this next x coordinate, next x coordinate, next x coordinate, like this, continues. Okay, so here, if I take this as y, say here is one thing and here is one thing. So here let me consider it as yk and let me consider it as yk plus 1. Okay. So yk is here and yk plus 1 is here. In between this yk and yk plus 1, we have the actual coordinate of y, that is y. Okay. So here what option we are having is, as per the rule, the slope is less than 1, x is going to move with unit intervals. That is, if I have the x coordinate, starting x coordinate as 0, then next x coordinate will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So it is not true for y coordinate. Okay, so here it depends upon the value of y. So here this value of y can be yk or it can be yk plus 1, any value. Okay, that we have to decide. So that is called as decision parameter. Okay, so this y can take the value of yk or it can take the value of yk plus 1, whereas x will take the value of xk plus 1. Xk plus 1. Each time x is incremented by unity. So here we are using an important term called as decision parameter. decision parameter Pk. I will write it as decision parameter Pk. Pk. The notation what is used for decision parameter is P suffix k. So here let me denote it as D1 and let me denote here as D2. It means that the distance from y to this yk is taken as decision parameter 1 and the distance of yk plus 1 to y it is taken as D2. It is taken as D2. Now, how to define this decision parameter? Okay, so it is defined as delta x into, that is change in x coordinate. Change in x coordinate is taken as delta x and change in y coordinate. Here I will write it as d1 minus d2. I will write it as d1 minus d2. This step is very important here in this derivation. Decision parameter is delta x into d1 minus d2. d1 minus d2. Okay. So now I have to find out this decision parameter delta x into d1 minus d2. So let us define this d1 and d2 and then we will try to substitute them in this equation. So d1 value, decision parameter 1. Okay. So this quantity is d1. Okay. So I can write it as y minus yk. I am going to get it as d1. So I will write it as y minus yk. So same way, if I want to write it for d2, if you observe here, it is yk plus 1 minus y. I can write it as d2. I can write it as d2. Okay. So d2 value is yk plus 1 minus y. Therefore, I know the value of y. I can substitute the value of y here as well as here. So substituting the value of y, that is m into xk plus 1 plus c as it is minus yk. So then substituting the value of y here as well, I will keep the value of yk plus 1 as it is. So here the thing is yk plus 1. Only for the first instance I need to calculate this yk plus 1. Yk plus 1 here I can write it as yk plus 1. So here only for the first instance I am taking, for example, if this is 1 and this is 2, I can increment here by 1. So here only for the first instance the increment is 1. I am assuming it. For slope less than 1, this formula will not hold good. Yk plus 1 is equal to yk plus 1. This formula will not hold good. This is just the initial assumption that after yk, if the value of yk is 1, then the value of yk plus 1 is 2. If it is 2 here, then it is 3. Okay. This is just the initial assumption what we are making. So here yk plus 1 is to be taken as yk plus 1. I will substitute it yk plus 1 minus y. We know the value of y, substitute it. That is minus m into xk plus 1 minus c. Okay. So now you find out the initial decision parameter. We find out the initial decision parameter. So this decision parameter what I have written, I can write it as initial decision parameter. Initial decision parameter Pk, initial decision parameter Pk. If I want to write it, I will substitute the value of d1 and d2 in this equation. So Pk is equal to delta x as it is into the bracket d1 minus d2, this value minus this value. So it is m into xk plus 1 plus c minus yk. So this is the value of d1 minus d2. Now I need to substitute the value of minus d2. So plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. That is minus yk minus 1 plus m into xk plus 1 plus c. So this will be the initial decision parameter pk. This will be the initial decision parameter pk. So substituting or simplifying this initial decision parameter pk, I will write it as delta x as it is. So I can add these two terms. So it becomes 2m into xk plus 1. I can add these two terms minus 2yk. I can add these two terms plus 2c. This minus 1 will remain, that I will keep it as it is, minus 1. So this is the value of initial decision parameter. I can substitute slope m as delta y by delta x. I will substitute it as delta y by delta x, and I will try to simplify this. Pk is equal to this and this will get cancelled. That is 2 delta y into xk plus 1, 2 delta y into xk plus 1 minus 2 delta x yk plus 2c delta x minus delta x. So this is the value of initial decision parameter. This is the value of initial decision parameter. Okay. Now this holds good for only first increment or only first time. Next we have to calculate the value of subsequent decision parameter, or we can say it as the next decision parameter. Next decision parameter pk, I can say next decision parameter or subsequent decision parameter is calculated by using the concept if pk is the initial decision parameter, then next decision parameter will be pk plus 1. The subscript k should be changed to k plus 1. In this formula, the subscript k should be changed to k plus 1. Okay. So next decision parameter or the subsequent decision parameter is equal to pk plus 1. This k is changed to k plus 1. Now here 2 delta y as it is into xk. I will write it as xk plus 1 as it is minus 2 delta x as it is plus 1 plus 2c delta x minus delta x. There is no suffix term here, so I have not added this k plus 1. So here, as I know, for slope m is less than 1, this next x coordinate can be written as xk plus 1. So I will substitute it 2 delta y into xk plus 1 can be written it as xk plus 1. This plus 1 as it is minus 2 delta x yk plus 1 as it is plus 2c delta x as it is minus delta x. Okay, just simplifying this, what I will do here is there are 3 terms here. I will take 2 terms and I will split this 2 term as one term and this term as another term. So multiplying this 2 delta y as it is into this term, take it as a and I will take it as b plus 2 delta y. Rest of the terms as it is minus 2 delta x yk plus 1 plus 2c delta x minus delta x. minus delta x. So this is the value of pk plus 1, that is the subsequent decision parameter. That is the subsequent decision parameter, pk plus 1. Now the method used for this algorithm is, I should subtract the subsequent decision parameter and the previous decision parameter. That is, I should do pk plus 1 minus pk. I repeat, this pk plus 1, that is subsequent decision parameter, minus the initial decision parameter pk, that we should do. So here that's pk plus 1 minus pk. This is the procedure what we need to follow. So this term as it is, 2 delta y into xk plus 1 plus 2 delta y minus 2 delta x into yk plus 1 plus c delta x minus delta x. This is the value of pk plus 1. Now I need to subtract this pk. So I will write this minus 2 delta y into xk plus 1 minus 2 delta x yk subtracting. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus. So it should be plus here. So here it is minus 2c delta x plus delta x. This plus delta x minus delta x will be cancelled. 2 delta y xk plus 1 minus 2 delta y xk plus 1 can be cancelled, and this 2c delta x minus 2c delta x term can be cancelled. Therefore, writing the next decision parameter pk is equal to, I am sending the initial decision parameter on the other side, that is k. After sending it on the other side, it is positive, pk plus the rest of, I will write it as 2 delta y, 2 delta y. Okay, from this I can take minus 2 delta x common, then yk plus 1 and yk. This is yk plus 1 minus yk, minus yk. So this is the subsequent, this is the decision parameter pk plus 1, pk plus 1. We need to remember this formula and use this formula while solving the problems. Now that we have derived the value of subsequent decision parameters, that is pk plus 2 delta y minus 2 delta x into yk plus 1 minus yk. After deriving this, I will come to this point again, that is the initial decision parameter pk. Okay, so this has been already derived, but I will make some small change in this. What is that change? You see, I will consider the equation of pk once again. Initial decision parameter pk, initial decision parameter pk, I will consider the same equation. pk is equal to 2 delta y into xk plus 1 minus 2 delta x yk plus 2c delta x minus delta x. I have rewritten the same equation. Now we can observe the term c here. C is nothing but the intercept. What I want to do here is, I want to eliminate the value of c. Therefore, how it can be eliminated? So we have the equation of straight line, as y equal to mx plus c. So point xk yk, I can say for a point xk yk, I can substitute it as yk here and I can substitute as xk here. So it becomes yk is equal to mxk plus c. So here getting the value of c is equal to yk minus mxk. In the entire equation I want to substitute for c. Rest all the terms will remain same. Only I want to eliminate the value of c and I want to substitute the value of c as this value. So doing it, pk is equal to rest of the terms. I will split this. That is 2 delta y as it is xk plus 2 delta y. I have splitted this term. Then this term as it is minus 2 delta x yk as it is plus 2 delta x as it is. I should substitute the value of c from this. Substitute the value of c as m can be written as delta y by delta x. So it is delta y by delta x into x into k minus x as it is, minus delta x as it is. So simplifying this part, I will write it as 2 delta y xk plus 2 delta y minus 2 delta x yk. So simplifying this here plus 2 delta x yk and minus this delta x and delta x will get cancelled. It will be 2 delta y xk. 2 delta y xk. Then here it is minus delta x. Minus delta x. So here if you see and 2 delta y xk can be cancelled, delta x yk and 2 delta x yk can be cancelled. Therefore, the can be written as the value of 2 delta y minus delta x. This value I will be using for calculation of initial decision parameter. So I need to remember the decision parameter, this equation pk is equal to 2 delta y minus delta x, and I need to remember the substitution parameter pk plus 1, these two equations. Okay, I need to remember these two equations for solving of the problems. So moving on, so now that we have calculated the value of pk, that is initial decision parameter, there are conditions here. That is, if the decision parameter pk is positive or if it is equal to 0, that means it is positive or equal to 0, or if it is negative, it is less than 0. If the decision parameter is equal 0 or positive, what will be its new x coordinate and y coordinate, that I need to define. And if the decision parameter is negative, what will be its new x coordinate and y coordinate, I should decide. So here I am solving, I will write it the next decision, the next x coordinate, the next y coordinate, the next x coordinate and the next y coordinate. Okay, so I am deriving this entire Basham's line drawing algorithm for slope less than 1. When slope is less than 1, x coordinate will move in unit intervals. That means that xk plus 1 will be xk plus 1 here also and xk plus 1 here also. Okay, let the decision parameter be positive, or it can be 0, or it can be negative. We are going to increment the x value by unity. So not the case with the y coordinate when the slope is less than 1. If you see here, y, it can take the value of yk, or it can take the value of yk plus 1. This is called as the decision parameter. Okay, so here the value of y can be yk, or it can be yk plus 1. We have to decide which one is that. So if it is positive, or if it is equal to 0, then it will take this value yk plus 1. If it is negative, then it will take yk. Then it will take the yk value. So these are the conditions. If the decision parameter is greater than or equal to 0, if the decision parameter is less than 0. These formulas I need to remember and use in the problems. So this entire derivation is done for slope less than 1. Okay. So here, if I want to write the equations for slope greater than 1, I need not have to repeat the entire derivation, but there is something here. For slope m is greater than 1, just what we have to do here is okay, this you should remember for easy solving of the problems. Okay, so I need to have 3 equations here. One is the initial decision parameter pk, and the next one is the subsequent decision parameter pk plus 1, and these conditions. Okay, so I will rewrite them once again. That is, here it was 2 delta y minus delta x. I will change the value of x. I will interchange the x and y. Therefore, it is minus delta formula. Just interchange the value of x and y. You can call it as a subsequent decision parameter pk plus 1. Here in this equation, you substitute x as y and y as x. So plus this is 2 delta y, I have changed it to x, minus it to y. Okay, so then here xk x. Okay, so you need not have to derive the entire derivation again. You just swap the values of x and y. So you will get the initial decision parameter and the subsequent decision parameters. So I need to write the or if it is positive or equal to 0, if it is negative. Okay, Okay, so now I am writing it for slope greater than 1. When the slope is greater than 1, we know that y is going to move in unit intervals. When the slope is greater than 1, y is going to move in unit intervals. X can take the previous x value or x can take the next x value. So, y-axis is going to move in unit intervals. Xk plus 1, next x coordinate, it can be xk or it can be xk plus 1. How we have written here? The same way. Okay, so here it will be xk. Here it will be xk. Okay, so these formulas we need to remember while solving the problems. While solving the problems, I need to remember if the slope is less than 1, I need to use this formula. Pk is equal to 2 delta y minus delta x, and subsequent decision parameter as this formula, and the conditions required to solve the problem will be this. If the decision parameter is greater than 1, what value I have to select? If the decision parameter is less than 0, or if the decision parameter is positive, what will be its next x and y coordinate? If it is negative, what will be its new x and y coordinate? That we have to decide. Okay, so this finishes the Bresson's line drawing algorithm derivation. And we have to solve a problem on this, a problem on Bresson's line drawing algorithm. Bresson's line drawing algorithm. Same way as you have done it for DDA algorithm, two endpoints will be given to you. I have to find out the intermediate pixel points.